right, it's Vito from Six Skates here with another episode of the Six Skates Fingerboard Podcast. We are honored to have Timo TKY Kranz all the way from Berlin, Germany.
Hello.
Joining us here in our shop. Timo, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me and bringing me over here to Toronto.
It was an awesome time. So you're here for Toronto Rendezvous.
Yes.
Right, we brought you in to be our special guest. What did you think when we gave you a call or I messaged you and asked you to come? What was the first thought that popped into your mind?
The first thought for sure was I was pleased. I was thrilled that I got the opportunity to come here. But also I had in mind that I have a flipped disc in my lower back at that time. So you invited me like some months ago.
Yeah.
And I know I need to work this out before I can come here. My doctor told me you need a surgery if you want to come, if you want to go there. And I start with yoga, and here I am, no surgery, and doing yoga every morning.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I can attest to that. Every morning, Timo in the backyard doing some yoga. So I'm glad that worked out for you. I know surgery is a big step, and if you didn't have to do that, that's better for you. So what's the experience been like here, spending a week in Toronto? In the fingerboard scene and in the city for you?
It was amazing. I feel so welcome. Also with you guys at your home. It was just a super nice time for me. I feel super welcomed, and also the guys, the people I met in the fingerboard scene, everybody was super nice, and it feels like a really big family to me. And there's not much I can say about it. Just great feelings. Nothing bad happened. Nothing to complain about. All these guys were super nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, the community here is amazing, and you fit in perfectly. Just hanging out and sessioning and video. So it was a great fit. We made a great decision to have you over here. So you got to Six Skates. You landed. The first experience of Toronto was traffic.
Yes, that's right. You guys stuck in traffic a lot. And you don't even care about it.
We're used to it. We care a lot. Yeah. We're used to it. So we got to Toronto, hit traffic, but then you came to the shop here. What was your impression of the shop and meeting the locals at the first? I know it's kind of like the last question, but like of the shop itself.
Yeah, the shop itself. To be honest, I really like it, and you're doing what I'm doing in Berlin. There's nothing, not much difference. Just the size, maybe that the shop in Berlin is bigger.
Yeah.
But coming in here, you're seeing local shredding. You have fingerboard spots. You have fingerboard parts. You have DIY spots. You have all the products you need. At the end, it's what I'm doing in Berlin.
Yeah.
I feel really like at home a little bit.
Good.
Yes, so I feel really, it's a great job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's part of what we tried to do is not copy what you did in Berlin, but the feeling that you get when you go in there, being welcome and just locals around and coming to fingerboard and community. That's what we tried to create here as well. So
yeah, and you're doing a good job with this. I always saw people just coming by, being interested, maybe stepping in, taking a look.
Yep.
And that's good. That's great.
We get people in the window all the time looking, what the hell is going on in there?
That's great.
Let's take a little pause in the podcast right now to talk about Six Skates. We're Canada's only dedicated fingerboard shop and park, located at 1936 Danforth Avenue in Toronto. If you're in Toronto or online, check us out, sixskates.com. Now back to the podcast.
So let's rewind a bit to your origins in fingerboarding. When did you first start fingerboarding?
I think I was fingerboarding nearly my whole life, but actually without any technique.
Yeah.
I was a skater. I'm still a skater, I would say, even I'm not that active on a big board anymore. But I always try to figure out how to do skateboard moves, but with both hands. I had always these T-change fingerboards, and I was fingerboarding in school and things like this, but never with technique.
Okay.
And then when the Tech Decks came out, this was 99,
Yeah.
I learned that technique as well. And then everything started for me, you can say.
Okay.
And then I think I'm really from a small town in the middle of nowhere in Germany, and I think I believed for a long time I'm the only fingerboarder in the world. I'm the only guy ever doing this.
You're the only one, right?
I'm the only one doing this. Yes.
And so it's funny that you say that, because we get people, and I'm sure you do in the shop, that come in and saying, "Oh, I thought I was the only one doing this," or "There's no other fingerboarders in my town." And then you tell them, "No, there's lots of fingerboards everywhere," right?
Yes. That's comes it's a fun thing of the shop, that the people sometimes meet at your shop, at your place, and don't know about each other coming from the same town. Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great.
So you're from a small town in Berlin, in Germany originally?
In Germany,
yeah.
yes. Yeah.
So you moved to Berlin when early 2000?
2002, I think. Yes.
Okay. And so like you realized like there's no fingerboard stores there.
Yes. But before I started at that shop in Berlin, now I worked for skateboard companies.
Okay.
And I also worked for the biggest skateboard shop in Berlin. This is Titus.
I've heard a lot about Tito's, yeah.
Titus, how you spell
Yeah.
it. And this is actually the shop where the first Berlin woods ever were sold. So I was in contact with Timo pretty early. And we always had fingerboarder coming around. And we started with the first Black River products as well.
Okay.
So we had fingerboarders coming there constantly and asking for products. And we also had a fingerboard park. They put it outside because they didn't earn any money. But somehow from this point on, 2003, 2004, there was a steady base for fingerboarders in Berlin through the shop I worked.
Okay.
And then that came to a point in my life, this was 2009, where I needed to refocus what to do. Mm-hmm. I worked in my whole life in hospitals as well. That's my real profession. And I needed to decide going back to that profession, going back maybe to Titus, or starting that thing with the fingerboarders. I always had in mind, because I know there is a scene, there is some market, and yeah,
there was people there that would support it, and so and that's what sparked the idea to do a focus shop on fingerboarding.
Actually, the guys with Titus, we tried to work it out. We had a business plan for a fingerboard shop already.
Oh, nice.
With these guys, but it was like so expensive, and I needed to sell like over 1,000 tech decks a day.
Oh shit!
We just calculated with tech decks back then.
Yeah.
And it was like impossible. I could make it.
No, that would be crazy. How many thousands a year? Holy shit!
Yes.
So in 2009, you won your Fast Fingers World Championship.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
What do you remember most about that contest?
It was a great time. It was a great day. Also, I got a fast rental car. Even the guys from the rental car shop asked me if I want to get an upgrade, a sports upgrade on that Audi. So I got the sports upgrade, and we drove there the morning before the contest.
Before the contest.
Oh
boy.
We drove there pretty fast. I know, and I was the driver, and I was still totally focused on adrenaline. During the whole day, during the whole contest, from that drive.
Wow,
and
so that helped you focus to that.
Yes, and this even made me maybe even do it. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I was really like...
So it was an Audi?
It was an Audi.
So
yes, Audi Sports,
wow.
whatever.
So for the listeners or watchers who don't know, is there a speed limit on the Autobahn in Germany?
Oh no, there's no speed limit.
So when you say fast, you're going fast, right?
Yeah, we went like with 260.
Shit, yeah, that's fast. That's faster than I've ever been. How did winning the championship change your path in fingerboarding? Did it direct you in a certain way, or was it just something cool?
Not really. I'm recommended now as the fingerboard world champion.
Yeah.
People tell me that, so that's what changed. And after back in the day, it was a little bit when you won the Fast Fingers World Championship, you got invited to Asia somehow.
Oh wow!
I got invited to be in Hong Kong for 10 days.
That's crazy.
I went there with Chris Heck. You can see the video on the Pissing Fingers DVD, I think, even on YouTube.
Yeah.
And this was a great achievement. I would never probably have been in Hong Kong without getting that world champion title.
That's nuts. So do you think winning the championship helped you like open the shop and the status of the shop as well, or
a little bit? I can say I'm a fingerboard world champion, and you got teach there by professionals. So, and that's really true.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. What trick or line has been your go-to lately when you grab a fingerboard?
I'm really into finger flips lately.
Yeah.
You saw me. I'm making a few videos here.
And all those videos. Yeah.
One video was just finger flips, I think. And finger flips is a little bit new thing. So because you have your fingers, but you don't flip with these. You flip with a thumb, or you flip with it's a ring finger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you do a demo?
Failed.
We'll edit that out.
Yes. Edit out. It's like you just grab it. If you grab front side, and then you can flip it.
Show me. Like
you go front side, and then if you go up, you can flip the board down. And you can just work. Yes, it also works from 50-50 or into 50-50. Yes.
One more try. Well, that's a cool trick. I'll have to work on that.
Yeah, I really like it. It's something new. It also keeps me fingerboarding, trying out new stuff. because I'm not that technical guy. You probably know.
Well, I heard you won a game of skate yesterday, though.
Yeah. It was a little hard, but I have my tricks. I got all this late stuff, late shove it, late flip, late big spin.
You have to remind the kids every once in a while who the champion is,
yes,
right?
and I need to explain even that tricks to them, so I knew you're gonna win.
That's the best when you're in the game of skate. You call the trick, and the other person looks at you and says, "Can you show me how to do it?" Then you know you got it in the bag.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the ASI Berlin shop in the Berlin scene a little bit. So it started as one of the first fingerboard teams in 2003, the ASI Berlin. It started off as a fingerboard team, right?
Yes.
So how from a fingerboard team, how did that evolve into the concept of a shop?
We were the Titus Berlin Fingerboard team, and that became ASI Berlin. And we've been sent around cross country to do fingerboard demos, and we were always combined with a skateboard team, and there was a skateboard and fingerboard show team. And you can book us for your party or whatever. We went there and made a show. So we were already a little bit into this event thing. And I think I had a talk with Martin Ehrenberger that we need to do something in Berlin. And I think 2006, this was the first ASI contest. And from this, I keep the ASI contest, I think 10 years constantly, and even added more contests on the list.
Was there a full-size skateboard ASI team, or is it just fingerboard?
Just fingerboard team.
Okay.
Just fingerboard. I think there was one skater who was sponsored by Titus for skating, and he was a good fingerboarder as well, but this was not the norm.
The norm. Okay. Do you keep in contact? Is the team still together, or it revolves around the shop now?
Now we're getting older. Everybody's older. The people have kids now, and somehow it's not that close bound of people who going out every second weekend. But it's still there. Yes.
That's good.
We got new faces also.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. How did the partnership with Black River come about to open up the Black River shop?
What I said on the previous question, that in 2009 I came to a point in my life where I had to focus what to do next, and I saw that this fingerboard thing, which I had in the back of my head, was maybe this is the right time just to try it out.
Yeah.
Then I was looking for a venue in Berlin, and I found several venues, but that one venue I'm in right now was too big for me just to hire it as a person.
Yeah. It's a huge shop. If you haven't been, you should go check it out. It's a big place.
More than 200 square meters.
Yeah.
And I needed a company backing me. I need to have 50,000 on my bank account to sign the contract. And so this was the reason I put Black River into the boat. And they helped me to at least at the end get the shop and get a contract. And with them involved, it was everything way more easier for me with the landlord and do all this official stuff.
So it started as a joint venture. It was called the Black River Shop.
Yes.
And then they exited the picture, and then it's now the ASI Berlin Shop. How many years has it been the ASI Berlin Shop?
It's been 7 years with Black River and 8 years now with ASI.
Nice.
We this year, in the 8th of November, we're partying the 15th anniversary.
15th anniversary. Congratulations. That's quite an accomplishment for a fingerboard shop. Any shop, really, any business, to be open for 15 years is an accomplishment. So you carry a variety of products in your shop. You have Black River, you have some local brands, your own shop products as well. How do you decide what brands to carry in your shop?
As a fingerboard shop, for sure, you need to have a little bit like the major stuff. I would say maybe Black River.
Yeah.
But also I like to support small brands, little brands, and local brands, because in my opinion this supports the scene the most. So I have some preferences in German brands. So if you're a German brand and want to sell something to me, you're probably first in the line before some international sellers or something. That's how a little pick the shop. And because I'm doing that for so long, I knew most of the people in the scene personally, and that's also how I act and work together. If I know somebody personal, it's way better than just this anonymous stuff. Yes.
Yeah, it's better if you actually talk to somebody and you have a relationship. It helps things go smoother. So you also have your own brand of things, ASI Bricks.
Yes, yeah, our own concrete stuff
Nice.
we built up. I think it was I needed my own ramps, and when I relaunched the shop in 2017, and we found the right material, got some help with the molds, and now we have I think
have
like 25 different ramps or something.
Yeah, I like the corn on the cob too. That's it's a fun one. How do you like? Can you walk us through the from concept to design briefly? Like how does a new ramp come
Sometimes
about?
when we just think about a nice style or something that is not available yet.
Yeah.
For example, we want to do, but I should not spoil too much, like a board rack that is skate-able as well.
Okay.
And something like this. So we're thinking about the design, and then when design is fixed, we talk to our miniature fingerboard master, Big Beutel.
Okay.
Big Beutel is a German ramp producer, and he likes small stuff. He is really doing all that little things, and he loves doing it. And then I talk with him if he can give me the model.
Okay.
And he gonna sit down in his basement, and he will do the model.
Nice.
Then he will send me the model, and then I do the the silicone
Yeah,
form.
you cast it. And,
We're casting it off that thing, and then finally, if this is dried out, we can put the concrete in there.
Nice, perfect. So, has there ever been a time where you had the idea, you went through the whole process, you made it, and then it didn't kind of work out?
Yes, I spent a lot of money in silicone.
Yeah, silicone's like super expensive.
Super expensive, and we didn't think twice. And there was one ramp we put in the concrete in the mold, and it didn't get out. We needed to cut it out. So it was 300 euros max, plus and minus.
Just in
silicone went in the trash.
And which one turned out better than you could have imagined?
There's one ramp, the big slab box called.
Okay.
It's pretty easy to produce, but the shape, it's super nice. You got banks, you got a ledge, you can jump off the bank, you can even jump off the hip.
Nice.
And it's easy to make ramp as well.
And these products you have in stock all the time, or are they like a special drops type of thing?
No, the thing is somebody needs to make them. Yes.
Is that you?
It's me and Pascal.
Okay, Pascal.
Pascal is my former worker.
Yeah.
He sadly needed to go last year, and but he still helps me a lot.
Good.
And is responsible for the concrete stuff. Or I need to do it. If there's no time or nobody else can do it, I do it for sure.
Nice. So the ASI shop has many rooms of ramps and spots. Different obstacles. Which is do you have a favorite, or does it depend on the mood?
There's a favorite for sure.
Yeah.
This is also the stuff you see the most in our videos is the spot of the day.
The spot of the day, yes.
It's something where we can create everything new and in any time. And I think like every 2 weeks there's a new spot.
Nice.
And that is what I like the most.
Yeah.
And I fingerboard the most. And there's also a lot of my old ramps, and I built some old handrails in '99.
Okay.
And these are still around, and I really love these.
And you use those for spot of the day sometime, or those in the special stash?
Yeah, it's too big. The handrail is a spot of the day already.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Has there been a time where the spot of the day has stayed for 2 months because it's been so good, or?
Yeah. That
Nice.
happened as well.
Do you ever try to recreate like old spots, or once it's done, that's it?
No, most of the time the people like to build something new, and I just let them go.
Yeah.
I just take a look if everything is fixed afterwards and nothing is falling apart. So they have their fun as well.
Do you have to get final approval, or if someone makes it, it stays?
No, I need to do the final approval.
The final
and
approval.
Back in the day, I think I made some videos where I time-lapsed where the people were building the spot, and then I filmed them at the spot.
Oh, nice.
But
That's cool.
Not that much time anymore for.
The fingerboard scene in Berlin is huge, as we talked about, with like events dating back to like 2003. What role has ASI played in building that community? And like, do you have a favorite event that you attend or throw still?
I think just to organizing event and to do this, you need to spend a lot of free time. It's and maybe even like your own money, and he doesn't get anything back yet.
Yeah.
But I did it because I like to have something there. I wanted to put Berlin on the map fingerboard wise, and because I was so active, more and more fingerboarders started. We had really 2010 and 2012. There were like 50 to 60 people in Berlin constantly fingerboarding.
Crazy.
So if I did an event, there was just Berliner filling the room.
Yeah.
And after we did the ASI contest series, we created Battle at the Herrick's.
Nice.
Battle at the Herrick's is definitely my favorite event because we wanted to shape fingerboarding somehow. There were not much rules. People were landing like this or like this or like this or whatever, you know.
If you watch the old videos from back then, it's like
there's no rules. And if somebody's landing like a kickflip like that and the other guy's landing like this, you need to somehow to compare these guys. This is why we developed Battle at the Herricks on base of Battle at the Barracks. Probably you guys know. We just copied the skateboard rules, put them into fingerboardish language, and for me these are the rules everybody should use when they judge a contest.
Yeah, well, we used them for the Toronto Rendezvous, and it worked out well.
For sure.
Do you ever have plans to bring back the Battle of the Herricks format? Or
a little bit. We have it in a slow format in the last 3 years. It was called Finger Masters. This was just German riders, and there's still how you say some space for Battle at the Herricks somehow, but I don't think that we can bring it back as Battle at the Herricks. We need to make a new format or something like this.
Rebrand it, right? Yes. So I always encourage people come up to me like at events and say, I want to do this in my town or in my city. What would you recommend to someone who's never thrown an event before?
Yeah, you just need to do it. You just need to do it and go for it and spend your free time and try to organize it. Get your friends involved, helping you. It needs that one person that needs to start it. Otherwise, you just complaining that there's no event in my town. But you just start it. Just organize your event. Then you got an event in your town. And believe me, people will come, and there will be maybe even more people in your town fingerboarding that you could imagine. And so also I always say, if you know that public spots for table tennis.
We have one right across the street here.
If that table tennis plate is not there, people won't go there play table tennis. Same happens with fingerboarding. You need some public spots and some people engagement.
Encouragement
with this,
Showing the example. For sure. And that's what I tell them too. I said, just do it. If you're afraid nobody's gonna show up, just like have your core of friends. They're there. Even if 5 people show up, 2 people show up, it is what it is, and then it'll grow from there, right? You can't be discouraged if you don't get the attendance you want. It's just go and do it.
This is what I learned. I had a really great time at the event, and for sure I wanted to do it again, and again, and over, things like this.
So you've said that fingerboarding is definitely harder than it looks, and that style is important. What makes someone's style stand out to you? Like, what would you consider a stylish
I think if you have like a realism focus in fingerboarding. I made a sticker that was like, I know a lot of people hate me for this, pen spinning is not allowed. Because me and Martin Winkler, we were judging fast fingers, not judging, moderating it. And there were people like doing
like break dancing with their phone.
Great moves. Like this was more like pen spinning or rolling that poker chip through your fingers. And Winkler and myself, we had a mic in hand. We didn't know how to announce this. It was like,
it's not a skateboard trick, right?
That is the reason I came up with that sticker later on. And for me, if you have like a realism fingerboarding, it looks like skateboarding. Doesn't even need to be like the hardest tricks, but if they look good and look stylish, and with finger on bowls, and maybe even like this, not like this.
Yes.
That's what I like the most. There's someone to name, maybe one rider, John Fly. There's one guy from Berlin.
Okay.
John Fly on Instagram. He's doing slappies, realism stuff, and grabs, and we always getting in the competition with each other who's doing the better grabs and bowlers and stuff. And there's not much people I can do this with. Yes.
That's cool. So we've noticed, even I've noticed since I've been in the scene, that the style of fingerboarding has changed a lot. Like in North America, you'll notice like the boards are a little less lower kicks, and the tricks are lower to the ground, and that is that the trend in Germany too, or
I think it's the same. Yes, but it's also like a really super personal thing.
Yes,
I will never be that fingerboarder who's like technical low on the ground. I think I need my high.
You need the height to get to execute.
The height a little bit, but that's the thing. But that's also the nice thing of fingerboarding, that everybody can get happy how they like.
That's true. Everybody has their own personal style and can express themselves.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
So how does the energy and style of fingerboarders in Toronto compared to what you're used to in Berlin and Europe and other places in Europe?
I feel that there's maybe less competition
Yep.
here. I really felt there's less competitive.
There's less focus on
And
competition, more on sesh
for
culture.
sure, you
than-
play skate as well, but I felt like it's not like a little bit the thing like we have in Berlin. Maybe this is just a feeling I have that it's in Berlin a little bit more competition, or maybe we have even there are people coming in who play a game of skate. They asked you the first thing, let's play a game of skate. So they really want it. They really forcing it, and I didn't have that feeling here.
Yeah, it's as a whole, it's a little less about the competition.
I think only Dom asked me to play a game of skate.
Oh, yeah? Nobody else.
You know, I told you in the beginning.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't need to play like 100 games of skate a day to be here. And I didn't play none. Just yesterday, one game, not two.
That's I remember that when you asked me. He says, "I'm happy to come, but I don't know if I could play 100 games of skate a day with all the kids."
Yes,
I said, "Don't worry, you won't have to worry about that."
I didn't even need to do this.
So, as a special guest at the Toronto Rendezvous, what moment or interaction stood out to you from that day? Was there anything that you could
I really like
specifically?
I really like the venue.
Yeah?
They picked out a great venue.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a good spot.
With a great facility manager.
Oh yeah, he was
that elder guy.
Yeah.
And
He was very understanding, yeah.
and to be honest, I didn't expect that much people.
Hey, to be honest, I didn't expect that much people as well. So thanks to everybody that came out. I think we already outgrew the facility.
Yes, this was awesome. And even that you could not, that more vendors wanted to come, there was no more space, right?
Yeah.
And it was great to get to know like David from Pyro Wheels, David from Maple Wheels personally, because I was working with these guys already together. And also to see all these little new fingerboard brands here. I've never heard about them, and that's great to see that they have that presence and their support already, and having a great lineup of boards and everything. And what stood out was also like that you could cut the air at the afternoon. It was so crowded and so much energy and so sweaty. And that, how you call that event where you have to do a kickflip?
The Blitz tournament,
The Blitz tournament.
The first time,
This is something I steal from you guys.
Oh, no problem. We stole it from, I think it's a Kendama, originated as a Kendama tournament. So we stole it from them, and you can bring it to...
it's a great thing, and this was really, I was fascinated by it.
It's a perfect competition. The barrier to entry is low because almost everybody can do a kickflip.
Yes.
The adrenaline is there. It's timed. You're versing somebody, so it's good for a bracket tournament. Yeah, it's a perfect competition.
You will see this in Germany soon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely recommend that. So let's touch on the vendors here. So there was 15 vendors we had. We had to turn away like 5 other ones. I'm really sorry, but it was packed and there was absolutely no room for anybody. So when I told you there was 15 vendors, I saw the look on your face, and you're like, 15 vendors? What was your what were you expecting?
It's a little bit different than in Germany. When you have a contest in Germany, if there is a vendor, then it's Black River vending, nobody else, and this is a different thing. And maybe that we need to catch up with that idea to have all the events always with small boost of the fingerboard brands.
Yep.
Because it's a great chance for them to be represent and to get some cash back, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And
to meet the people and exposure to.
Everyone had great products. There was no copy thing. Everybody stood out in their own lane, how you say.
Yeah.
And this was great to see. Really great to see. And awesome concrete stuff. And I also want to thank to everybody who gave me something for free. I wanted to buy some stuff off the vendors, but it was nearly impossible.
Your money was no good, right?
Yeah, nobody wanted to have my money. Thanks for this.
So we talked about supporting the local scene, and one way to do that is to support your local vendors. Mm-hmm. How does supporting these smaller makers improve the fingerboard scene as a whole, in your opinion?
In my opinion, this is the best you can do to have a really get a compact scene around your shop or in your surroundings. Even if you don't have a shop, you can do this somehow,
Yep.
But for me, it works out that because if you support this one company XY, he's supporting in the surrounding area again. And he won't do this if you don't bring in the money because I'm buying stocks from these guys. So supporting the little community, the little brands, in my opinion, supports the big picture the most. Because these guys are acting locally. These guys doing something. They are acting fingerboarding in the neighborhood or doing something or whatever. If there's just like this 2-3 big players, they won't come into your town and do anything. It's up to you again.
Yeah.
So I think this is a really nice thing to have all these little fingerboard companies and all these people adding their part to the cake.
Yeah.
And even also taking their part from the cake a little bit. But I think there's a big cake and for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it drives innovation too, right? Because the little, a small maker, by little, we don't mean in quality or anything like that, but a smaller maker can take more risks that a bigger brand can't take, right? And then who knows, they might develop a new technique or something like that that'll drive the whole scene forward.
Yeah, and I saw some great stuff from the vendors.
The quality was amazing, yeah. And all the vendors, they killed it. And I heard most of them said they did well, so they sold.
Yes,
sold
I think
some stuff.
everybody sold something.
Yeah. So we were super happy about that. So I've been to Berlin a couple of times, and I noticed there's a strong culture of outdoor fingerboarding in Berlin and in Europe as well. In Toronto, is not so much.
Yes.
How can we change that?
Yeah, this was something that surprised me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because for me, you're living here in the land and the town of the outdoor spots. And I never have seen so many outdoor spots close to each other.
Yeah.
And you just walk by because you don't even recognize these
Yeah,
anymore. And I think we already start changing it.
I hope so.
Yeah, we went outdoor fingerboarding in downtown, Mark and Domo and myself. And I have like raw footage of around 12 minutes already on the phone. So you will see some outdoor Toronto downtown fingerboard videos soon.
Nice.
And I hope you will pick up making an outdoor event. Or something.
For sure we will. We talked about different approaches to take for that, but we're definitely going to try.
Doesn't need to be like the king of the road because there's also a lot of work, but because you have so many great spots, you can easily send them there with some tasks, and then you got video output as well. And I have to talk about the doorways. All you guys got the best doorways in front of you to fingerboard, and I think nobody even knows this.
What do you mean by doorways?
Where the households are and where the entrance is, where the steps. And everything is like a little, how you say, crooked, and there's a bank everywhere.
Oh, okay, like the front lawns of the fronts of the houses. Yeah, the banks from the sidewalk, right?
You know, when I walked up Woodbine Avenue, I could not believe it because it's like hundreds of meters just spots next to each other. For sure, you need to get on your knees to shred them. But amazing. Yeah,
so we've established there's tons of outdoor spots in Toronto. The Black River team was here a couple of years ago, and they did a whole bunch of filming outdoors in Toronto. And so we just got to get out there and look for a Six Gates or community outdoor event next spring, I think we'll say, because we're already getting into the colder weather coming up. So that's part of the problem here in Toronto is that the weather. So it's going to get cold and snow. So all those outdoor spots are going to turn into miniature snowboard spots soon. So
you got some super nice plazas in downtown. That downtown plaza, there's one we went to, it was amazing.
Yes, I saw a picture of that with the granite multi-levels. The skate stoppers, but they're fingerboard spots.
The skate stoppers are fingerboard spots, yes.
So you mentioned you've been fingerboarding more in this past week and a half than you have been in a while. Has this trip rekindled some of the spark, or it's always been there and you're just doing it because you have time now?
It's always been there, you're right.
Yeah.
And I feel lots of freedom here and lots of time. And it just made me automatically into fingerboarding. And I was also here to fingerboard. I could not sit in the corner all the time having a beer or something. I could do this also, but I really like to have a sesh here with the locals, and I don't know. Just making all these videos also got me a little bit pushed, and I think that I learned during the trip a few new tricks I have never done before. Things like this.
Which one do you remember now? Or
there was one trick I told to Dominic. Hey Dom, I just did like a kick flip and a finger flip back lip.
Okay.
And and then I start filming it, and it was one of the ender in the videos.
Oh, nice.
And just while filming the videos, have I ever done that one that way? And yes, this is something that keeps me fingerboarding for sure.
That's awesome. So let's look ahead a little bit. ASI Berlin has run like major contests, King of Berlin. You mentioned that already, and the other ones as well. Is there any new events or projects that you can talk about that are coming up?
Yes, I have always something in mind.
Okay.
We used to have the Finger Masters in January, which is like this little battle at the Herrick's. But I think I'm a little over this. I want to create something new.
Something different.
And we have another team in Berlin which is super active at the moment. It's the Schleuder Gang.
Okay.
Shout out to the Schleuder Gang. And big shout out to Freddy. Love you guys. They want maybe establish another event.
Okay.
They even asked me if they can do King of the Road. But I think maybe we're gonna establish an event that's a mix of everything.
Nice.
Like something in the shop, some little side event on the streets, some maybe tasks you need to do.
Yeah.
And we have a name for it already, but not a date, and it's nothing too fixed. But I really want to do this maybe next year.
Nice.
And there's nothing, as another thing I can spoil a little bit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there are lots of famous or good fingerboarders becoming famous good DJs too.
Okay.
And we have a really active club scene in Berlin, and I know some of these clubs where these DJs or these fingerboard DJs are like the locals or the residents. And I would love to organize an event that goes into the night party.
Okay.
With only fingerboard DJs lining up the music.
That's neat.
And with normal fingerboard contest in the afternoon, but then you can stay and just stay and
Just chill and party?
We are clubbing until the next morning. Yes.
All night. Go all night.
Yes.
So you've turned your passion into a business. Mm-hmm. Is there any advice you could give somebody who maybe not fingerboarding, but who might want to do the same thing?
I think generally you can be happy if you can say you could do this.
Yeah.
I think not many people worldwide are able to say I made my hobby my profession.
Okay.
You know? So you should be happy if that happens. And it's hard. If you want to have a physical store, I would say it's the best if you have a surrounding scene. Mm-hmm. And so that means you need to be active even beforehand you open the shop. And yes, events is a little bit the key. And we're doing the workshops in Berlin, which brings new people in.
Okay.
And sometimes even people are fascinated just to doing the workshop. And because of this, they started fingerboarding. But yeah, and also I'm not the real businessman. Maybe I need some more business-wise decisions sometimes because I'm deciding everything from the stomach. Mainly.
From the gut, yeah, from your gut decision making.
So maybe the tips I can do is not even the best, you know.
So it's more like just to be blessed in the moment that you're executing something that not so many people can do.
A little bit, and you should follow your dreams. I think this is something also important.
Yeah.
That you can just go for it, or just try it out. That you can't say at the end of your life that man, I tried it. It didn't work out, but I did. I went for it.
Yeah.
I did everything for it.
Is there anything that you would have done differently? Maybe gone taken business classes or something?
Taking business classes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is something I should have done.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not something you want to do now, or you feel it's too late for that?
Yeah, you're right. I can still do this.
But it's hard when you have to be at the shop.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot in the last 15 years about business.
Yeah.
And even had some good teachers at Titus. They taught me a lot of things as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But fingerboarding is something new, and I think that we need some enthusiasm from people like me who just decide from the gut, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe some decisions are not the best afterwards, but you need to stand with them.
But you give your best shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Where do you see fingerboarding heading over the next few years?
I think it's super popular now.
Yeah.
The most popular this ever was.
Yeah.
And fingerboarding always makes this slow progression. It gets never that super famous, never like soccer or whatever.
Yeah.
But more and more people doing it, and I think a big change nowadays is because fingerboarding is around for 25 years, you can say. Mm-hmm. There are many people who grew up with fingerboarding.
That's true.
Are like major skaters now. back in the day, it was hard for a fingerboarder and a skater. It was always like a conflict. But nowadays, these guys are professional skaters, grew up with fingerboarding. They see it from a different eye or perspective, which is super nice. This is the reason you see fingerboarding more and more in the media, or skateboard companies catching up, or even like major skateboard companies advertising their new products through fingerboarding. And this was something impossible 20, 15 years ago.
That's true. Yeah, it was like you were stigmatized if you were by skaters. They weren't too accepting of fingerboarders back then. But we find that too, that there's a lot of crossover now. And
yes, it is.
And we set up parks. We used to set up outside the local skate park over here. And everybody was so interested, all the skaters. They're like, holy shit, I didn't know that you could...
Yes, so this is differently. It was now than it was back then. Back then it was like what these guys want. They want the same respect like we got, or whatever.
No. Like you're gonna take away some of their coolness, right?
Yes.
So outside of fingerboarding or skateboarding, is there any other hobbies or things that interest you?
I love bicycling.
Okay.
Like, going out in the nature is something really big for me.
Yeah.
And I have 2 little kids and a family, and this is also something I love doing. And I would not say this is a hobby. You're just doing it.
Yeah.
But going with these guys in the nature or swimming in the lake, this is something I totally cherish.
There's lots of nature around Berlin. I know there's a few parks that I've been to when I've been there.
If you want to have a quiet or something really nice, you need to go out of the city.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Perfect. Well, we've come to the end of my questions.
Okay.
We put a call out to the internet, so we've got some questions from the internet. Thank you very much for submitting those. So the first one is, what was your favorite memory? We've kind of touched on this already, but if you have a different one, that's fine. From the Toronto Rendezvous.
I really like how the atmosphere was in there.
Yep.
That it was sweaty. That it was so
Sweaty.
many people. You know what I mean? Not in
No, it was. You could feel the energy.
You could really feel the energy.
Yeah.
This was great. This is one of the greatest memory, and getting personal with people I was just working with together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. We had like. I was shocked. I counted the numbers. It was about 150 people showed.
I think I knew the 33mm guy since, well, I don't know, over 10 years, and I finally met him.
Oh, sick! Teddy, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he made a couple parks for us too.
He's a great guy.
His work is amazing. Next question here: what is your favorite overall fingerboard memory or experience?
So from my whole life.
From your whole life.
Oh, that's a hard one. I think these times with ASI Berlin in the bus or in the car.
Yeah.
And we went every weekend or every second weekend to another event, and somehow we always had a car full of people. Sometimes we even need a bigger car. So we had 9 people going there, going to the event, and we had some great memories, great times.
Nice.
It was like some mayhem things, but just happened, and we all fine now.
Some crazy times,
nothing cut off, and whatever.
Everybody has their fingers and toes.
Yes. But I think these were the memories that just stood out. And for sure, going to Hong Kong is a great thing.
Nice.
Coming to Toronto will also stand out because of fingerboarding. That's something.
The great thing about fingerboarding is when you ask people that question, 90% of the people are not going to say, "Oh, it was that time where I landed the kickflip backtail," and they're going to talk about their experiences with the people. Yeah, they're not going to talk about tricks. They're going to talk about people or trips or just experiencing fingerboarding with the community or their friends, and it's the same with us as well.
For sure, also winning the Fast Fingers Championship.
Yes,
it was a great moment. We got totally nuts after this.
So that rolls into our next question. Your favorite thing about fingerboarding, I guess it would be.
I think it's the freedom. You can do what you want, wherever you want. You don't need anything. You just need your fingerboard, and that's it.
That's it.
You don't need to buy anything more. And for me, it's still like a expression of my skateboarding, of how I feel skateboarding is a little bit. I think it becomes even a bigger part of skateboarding now than it was before. Mm-hmm. So this is something I really like and love about it.
Nice.
And how people get connected. That it's a big family. That if you're a fingerboarder you connect differently with other fingerboarders.
Yeah,
That's what I
for
feel.
sure.
Because we're still a niche. We're still small.
It's it is a small tight community, and I think that's what makes it so special, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And last question from the internet: what is your favorite non-fingerboard moment here in Toronto?
The favorite non-fingerboard, I think was going out with Dom.
Yeah.
And having great times, and the time we came back, I think 3 days ago, laughing our ass off in the kitchen because of an apple or whatever, and waking you guys up in the middle of the night. I'm sorry for this.
That's okay. It was in the middle of the night, but yeah, it was late.
But this was one of the greatest moments. We had a great time. We went to. I tried to swim the lake, and I had some misunderstandings because of the temperature.
Yeah.
I was so convinced crossing the lake.
So so little short stories. Timo asked me about the lake before he got here. I said, yeah, the lake is swimmable. Technically, it's swimmable, but it's going to be cold as fuck. He says, oh, it's okay. I'm used to it. He brought some flippers and the whole nine.
Everything.
Yeah, and then he put his toe in the water. And what? Did you swim the lake?
No, I need to even get all my swimming gear out because I look like, oh, what the fuck, what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Then I went in for a little swim, but it was impossible. You need like a wetsuit, like a neoprene suit, if you really want to swim in that water.
It's cold, yeah.
Yes, it's cold.
It's cold. Already it's cold.
I think I mixed the Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Yeah. All right, so we've come to an end. Thank you, Timo, very much for being here.
Thank you, Vito, man.
For being on the podcast. Yes, it
Oh.
was great to have you here in Toronto. Everybody really appreciated talking to you, hanging out. Your one game of skate, and
Yes.
it was an awesome. If you want to check out Timo's web shop, what's the website, Timo?
It's the ASI-Berlin.com.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's ASI-Berlin.com, and also the first physical fingerboard shop in Berlin, Germany. Go check them out there as well. If you want to check us out, sixskates.com and Fingerboard Shop here in Toronto, Canada on Danforth Avenue.
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Yes.
If you're living here in this area or whatever, wherever, you should definitely come visit Toronto. Be a part of that great scene. Find some outdoor sport and visit the shop of Vito. He's doing a great job here.
Thank you.
And supporting the scene and getting guys like me over here. I really love it.
All right,
appreciate it.
Perfect. All right. Good job. Yeah.
Good job.